First, it was myself, Mike Giganti, and well, that's how everything started, with just us two screwing around in my basement, trying to think of the fastest, most nuts music, and it was just just stuff that doesn't even make sense.
Old IRC, I was talking to Robbo, and he was like, "Oh, just come over." So I was like, "Okay," and then we just started playing, and then we were like, "Hey, we should start a band."
We called up Chico to come sing for whatever, just to make noise with us, really.
I don't know, I wasn't gonna sing, so he called up Chico to sing.
This is my first band, so I've been singing since just the beginning of this, and I've always wanted to be in a band. I've never had the opportunity.
Then we're like, well, let's start to write songs, and we write bad songs, just songs that were horrible. And then we're like, Kehoe, come hang out and play. He's like, alright.
I remember actually my first encounter was Giganti bringing a tape to school that he had recorded in Robbo's basement of him, Robbo, and Chico playing.
Giganti got tied up with stuff, went to China and stuff like that, and, excuse me, Spence filled in on bass.
Original bassist Mike Giganti. I'm not sure why he left the band, but he did.
We asked Andrew Danch to come in and play guitar for us to make it a lot fuller.
I joined the band just joking about it with Craig one day, just after the first demo was released, and then like the next day they pretty much asked me to join the band.
I believe the first time we played out of Robbo's basement was either in a girl's basement who lives over across Thorold or something like that. I think her name was Eve. Either that or we played in some dude's basement in Thorold. The city Thorold, not the street.
Kehoe does everything.
I've been playing music with him for about as long as I've lived in Ontario.
I'd like the band, I'd like people to think of our band as something positive and with something, at least something to talk about, you know what I mean? Now that that the scene has grown and we're in a position to influence people, I think it's important to influence them in the most positive way you can.
He writes a lot of the material, probably close to 75% of it is out of his head.
Ian writes about 90% of it, though. He's really the genius behind most of the tunes.
Things are cool, especially in this city. I think things are really cool. And although I don't know a lot of the kids in the scene personally, I think most of them, I really hope, have a positive mindset.
Yeah, he's an all-around great guy.
We don't have the chance to have band practice too often, so it's harder to write songs.
Usually it's like Kehoe or Spencer, they'll have like a few ideas with some riffs.
And then we'll bring it to practice and then it'll just build from there.
We'll just jam it out and piece it together kind of thing, and Danch will put in his riffs.
I think Chico will write lyrics, and if he sees us write a song that it'll fit, he'll throw it out there and he'll just start singing along, trying to put the words where they would go in the song kind of thing.
Like, it's not even me that writes all the lyrics, it's like I kind of tell the band, like, I'm all for everyone writing for the band, because I mean, it's not just me.
Stand up! Clench your fist! Open your eyes! Just realize for you! I will fight!
He is most of the drive behind this band. I don't think if he wasn't in it, we wouldn't be half as far as if we call what we're doing far.
I don't really aim to influence everyone a certain way, but if people like read our lyrics and sing along and actually know what we're talking about and kind of take it to heart, that's great.
He's got a genuine love for music, which I think is awesome too. Him and Danch work together with booking stuff, so it's good.
Well, Chico I've probably known the longest for, so I don't know, me and him get along pretty good. He works pretty hard for the band.
He believes more than anyone that it's going to go farther than any of us think it will.
I love playing shows here. It's awesome. I love the kids here, they're cool.
All the feedback and stuff like that. Welland, big time. Like, Welland's amazing.
All the bands represent the city out of town and make sure they know that people know where we're from. And we let other people know about other bands from Welland too. So it's just spreading.
I think a lot of the kids that come to see us play that are from Welland have kind of diversified a bit since when we first started playing.
Oh, they're crazy. I just go around and I see people with hats and shirts. It's unreal.
When I was probably the same age as a lot of the kids that are going to shows now, I was too scared to go to shows, and there wasn't really much going on, you know what I mean?
If kids like the music, then I'm pretty stoked.
Like, it's always fun playing, but when you have a crowd going off and shit like that, it's just amazing. Just makes you get more into the music.
I couldn't think of a scene where it didn't evolve at all, you know what I mean? And I think it's good that our scene is constantly changing and constantly growing, because that's what's going to make it stick around. Well, he's super good at guitar. He learns songs way too fast.
Well, I've been playing guitar since In These Walls started, actually, so about 3 years. But I was playing bass for a couple of years before that. Well, I played in this band called Drowning in Pig. I played in this funk band called Fields of Groove. And I played in Simon for a little bit near the end there.
Dan's just hilarious to be in a band with.
Go ahead with the first.
First order, can I get a combo number 6?
With Danch.
With no tomato,
He works really hard at being in the band.
cheese and bacon,
He books us shows like crazy.
biggie size with a Coke to drink.
He does a lot of hard work too to get the band places farther out of Welland and, I don't know, get more people to listen to us.
Well, I was just hoping to add more to the live sound, just thicken it up, and I don't know, just add some more dynamics to the band.
It's awesome. I love him. I love you, Danch. Love you.
Spence is kind of like me. He'll just make people late for things and hang out. He likes to booze too, so I get along with him pretty good.
I've been playing guitar almost 10 years now. Well, I started playing bass around the same time as I started playing A Deathwish, I guess. I figure if you know how to play guitar, you know how to play a bass guitar. Not as well, though, as a bass player who's been playing bass all his life and play bass guitar.
I was actually in a band before Dana Deathwish with Spencer. It was a 2-piece rock and roll band called Ape and Entertainment System that I played drums in, and he played guitar and sang.
I just want to play it and just kids have a lot of fun. And, I mean, when I read the lyrics, I hear a positive message, and I hope that's what the other kids are hearing too.
He's, I don't know, he's one of my best friends. The name came from just one night in Rabo's basement after band practice.
We just kind of all wrote down a bunch of names on a piece of paper, and Keo wrote down A Deathwish. At first we didn't pick it.
There's some bad names going around, like names that would like tear paint off walls, like just they're that.
One name was Citizens Under National Threat. And when you abbreviate that, it spells cunt.
Well, me and Robbo are bros.
I screw stuff up and make people mad at me. Be late for things.
Rob was an awesome dude.
I sat down at school, like in music class, I was like, let the music teacher, I just asked her, like, please let me play drums. I've never sat down at one before. Let me just play on the drum kit. She's like, alright. So I sat down and I could just play. Like, I had no problem counting, and I was making up beats, and I didn't really have to think about anything. I just sat down and could play.
I think he's an awesome drummer. We jam at his house, and we painted his basement camouflage color.
I bought my first drum kit after a talent show, so I started playing with MMS, Mass Murder System, with Bobby Taylor and Rick Webb and my buddy from school, Craig Batozzi. We started rocking out. Things with that just kind of ended. Bobby got his tattooing and just started working all the time, and Rick got bored of it, kind of thing. So we just stopped playing. Then I got bored and started up this band with Gianni and the rest, you know.
I just say just keep giving it. It's like if you like playing music, then do it. 'Cause that's why I do it. I just like playing music.
Just don't give up. Keep pushing.
Just have fun. Take it just day by day. Don't rush things. Just kind of, it's good to have the right group of people with you.
Just love your band and do something that you believe in. You know what I mean?
Have a good time. Like, who cares about a lot of the things that come with it, fame and fortune? Just have a good time. I just figure money will help with a good time.
As long as we're still playing, as long as we're still having fun, and as long as we're still doing things for the reasons that we're doing them now, I'm happy.